All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on all the activities happening in Biafra territory. Please subscribe to this channel. This is Let's Talk TV. And you know how we do it here. So whenever you're looking for a place to get all the information on the Biafran history and all the information news on that has to do with Biafra, that has to do with Nnamdi Kanu, that has to do with the freedom of the people, and that has to do with the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá. This is where you get all those first-class information. Now, straight up to the issue on ground, straight up to the matter where I carry come for you today. The first video you're going to see is a prophecy, by a known pastor, concerning Nnamdi Kanu's release. Now, the second video is basically talking about, how other tribes are trying to ally with Igbos. Now, I don't get this whole issue of everybody is talking about the Igbo tribe. And they are trying to make the Biafran struggle look as if it's a one-sided thing. Now, they are trying to bring bigotry in the struggle. They are trying to bring tribalism in the struggle. They are trying to put the Igbos, one side when it comes to Biafra. They are trying to make the whole Biafran struggle, the whole Biafran restoration look as if is an Igbo thing. I want to clarify this, just like the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, did also. He did a clarity on this. And, he went further to say that Biafra is not about Igbo. It's not a tribe thing. People need to understand this thing. It's not something that has to do with the Igbo. Don't be deceived by these Afonjas who are only trying to create, enmity. This is what the Yorubas do. The Afonjas. I don't care if you come to my social media platform to, insult me and all that. Yes, I'll delete your comment and block you. But I must speak out concerning the Afonjas because they are rebellious in nature. Oh, they are rebellious in nature. I've lived with them for several years, and I can tell you that they are rebellious in nature. So that is why they try as much as possible, to bring issues in every slightest thing so that they can cause division. That is how they work. So I want to clarify this thing. Biafra is not about Igbos. No. If at this point you're still thinking
press up in Sabisa Forest with Boko Haram. That man is suffering because he wants to free his people. He's fighting for his people. What is your face of Nnamdi Kanu that Sunday Igboho did not commit? Sunday Igboho is back to his people. He's helping his people. A prophet that was sent to your land is languishing in detention. Some wicked, stupid, I don't know. Oh, I don't know what to say. They said I should leave him in the prison. May God deliver all the Igbo people. If una like, make una wake up very soon. They go start to the portion for different states. Una never see anything. I don't know what. If I open my mouth, I tell you what I see in the spirit. In the spirit, una break go correct. Igbo people. Very soon, all the states in Nigeria they start to the portion now. Since you people cannot go and develop your region and fight for your leader, buy houses in other states. Go to your state now. 0/4. Go and develop your region and fight for the release of Mass Nnamdi Kanu. If that man die for that prison, see, let me tell you, Igbo people will suffer in Nigeria. If Nnamdi Kanu die in that, write this prophecy down, save it. Oh, this is how I talk to people. You be using my word to play. Say I'm a stupid prophet, and everything on the talk, they see how it happen. If that man dies inside that detention, Igbo people will suffer in Nigeria. You will see it. You see, I tell you. The only savior you have now is Mass Nnamdi Kanu. When I go bring him out, if I not bring him out before this year end, if that man cross, stay there enter next year. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is one of the best presidents we have in Nigeria because he has fight to release Nnamdi Kanu. You people came and said no. Now insult that man, give a year for an amount. I will nod you. Father, please, by your mercy, bring this man out.
Mr. Organa, it appears your brother is denying you. Maybe you have to respond.
Can you let me respond to it, please?
Yes, that's what I want you to do. Respond.
The Igbo nation is now at a crossroad. The Ohanese agenda is being questioned. I'll tell you why and how. If Ohanese consists of Anambra, Abia, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo, Rivers and Delta, those are the 7 states that attend the Ohanese meeting. I should know because I was one spokesman of Ohanese, Ndibo, me. The President General then was Mr. Gary Gariwe of Ebonyi State. The regime that handed over to him is that of late Ralph Witre from Ogwashuku, God bless his soul, Oguluzema Ogwashuku. He was president of Ohanese. They handed over to the regime of Igariwe, where I served as spokesman of the Igbo nation. The record is there. Is it now because benefits are coming that I'm no more Igbo, that Ogwashuku is no more Igbo, Asaba is no more Igbo, on the Chubo where I come from is no more Igbo, Agbo is no more Igbo? Look, at the last elections, the vice presidential candidate of PDP, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Chukwu, out of Ottawa, admitted that he is an Igbo man. His Obi of Owa, admitted that he's an Igbo man. The late Asaba that died, Asaba Pasaba, Dr. Chike Dozie, God bless his soul, hosted meetings of Ohanese. Obi of Owa, Obi and Ijubo, these were not there, they are alive. All went. We were at the same car, have a caucus meeting at Asaba, crossed over to Nigeria and go have a meeting. So we in Anioma as Igbo as the come. Igbo land recognizes for market days. Unko, Eke,
okay.
Olie, and for. In Anioma land, it's the same thing.
Is there, well recognized, well respected in Biafra territory. They know that is there, but they can't use their own hand to cause their own downfall. So that is why they try to to avoid it. That's why every time they tell you ESN, that is number 1 reason. Then number 2 reason is that Nnamdi Kanu is the one that formed ESN, and they are holding him. They have him in their dungeon, in their custody. So they rather continue with the name of the organization formed by Nnamdi Kanu, even though they know that the organization is no longer on existence. They will rather hold on to that because they are holding the leader. So these are two reasons they will always use that word, Eastern Security Network and IPOB. Now, they say the group said that the needless action has continued to have negative effect on the socio-economic well-being of the people. The people in question, are they complaining? Are they complaining? Is there any, any sign or in any program that is being organized by the people, and you see people of the so-called Southeast lamenting and complaining that Simon Èkpá is causing harm to their well-being? Have anybody seen any video like that? Of course, I know as they are hearing me now. Tomorrow, don't be surprised if you see any video flying everywhere tomorrow, where some group of people gathered in the name of market women, crying and lamenting, mentioning the name of Simon. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if you see any video like that, because this broadcast that I'm making right now is already all over the place. So don't be shocked. If you see anything like that, just know that yes, they have listened, and that's why they went to do. So nobody has ever, we have now seen any video where market women or children or school children are lamenting and crying that Simon Èkpá, leave us alone, no, you are killing us. We have never had or seen anything like that. But of course, tomorrow, I will wait for them to go and do nonsense. I will still come here with their video. I will still come here with their video and do justice to it. Now they said, oh, this is their name. I can see. Now let's read. Operating under the canopy of Coalition of Southeast Professionals Network in Nigeria and diaspora. See, let us take our time to read their abbreviation. CSEPNND. Let's take it again. CSEPNND. I might pronounce this till thy kingdom come, yet I will never pronounce it properly. CSEPNNDE. Okay, let us continue, because as far as I'm concerned, as far as Biafra land is concerned, as far as even the so-called Southeast is concerned, there is no any organization called CSEPNNDD. There is nothing like that. This is fraud. And I'll tell you where it's coming from. Now, they said, the critical stakeholders said that apart from losing lives of innocent, hardworking Igbo businesses, apart from losing lives of innocent, hardworking Igbo businesses have continued to suffer. They said businesses have continued to suffer due to the activities of the secessionists. And they continued. Specifically, the professionals decry the buying of soldiers at a military checkpoint in Abia State about 2 weeks ago, urging the authorities to do everything within the bounds of law to apprehend the buyers and their sympathizers and bring them to deserved justice. Now, till today, listen to me, my people. This is very, very interesting. Till today, Monagona now, they are still crying and asking the so-called authority to bring to justice those that sent those soldiers to judgment. Yet, on the other hand, the zoo government, or not government, the zoo military has told us that they have apprehended those that sent the soldiers to judgment. Man, how I wish I could, talk about this. I would have prepared that very, press release of the military press briefing, where they claim to have apprehended those that sent the militaries, the soldiers to judgment. I can do that. There's nothing I cannot do on this on live broadcast. I can do that. I can easily do that, my people. Moku no do am. Moku try. Let's try. Let us not be in a hurry. Let's not be in a hurry. Even though I have prepared 1 hour, 2 hours maximum for this very broadcast, but we can still do it. Let's look for at least on Adema and gosi, because if you don't show the when you want to expose evil, expose it to the maximum. So let me try. If it doesn't work, then we will leave it for another day. Let me just put in my best. If my best is not good enough, we'll leave it for another day. Let me try and see if I can see that publication where the Zoo Janjaweed claimed, it's not even quite long ago, they claimed to have apprehended those who sent the soldiers to judgment in Aba. Did any of you see that publication just few weeks ago or days? Did any of you see that publication? Please let me know if you see that publication in the comment section. Let me look for it just within 1 minute. Let me try. Because on a day, all the ma ene kweku ane. I believe I will see it. Oh, let's try and see if it's gonna come up. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. Yes. Yes. Zoological. No wonder ndị na-eme comedy. All these comedians. Fapụta fase, Nigeria is a cruise. This live. They say this life is not can the comedians say queer? This life is not balanced. Zoo Nnamdi. Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom Nnamdi. I've seen it. Search no more. Search no more. I have seen it. Now, let me first of all bring it once again. Let me bring it back once again. The particular publication we are reading. Let me bring it back. This is where we are, right? This is where we are. This is where we are. Now, this is exactly where we are at the moment. They said that, look at what they said there. Specifically, the professionals decried the buying of soldiers at a military checkpoint in Abia State about 2 weeks ago, urging. Now look out, this is the reason why I looked for that very publication couple of weeks back. They said, urging the authorities to do everything within the bounds of law to apprehend the buyers and their sympathizers and bring them to deserved justice. So, and who are they bringing to justice? And who are they urging the authorities to apprehend? They are urging the authorities to apprehend those that acquired 5 military officers at Obikabia Junction in Abia State. Now, having shown you this, let me now show you, let me bust their bubbles. So since then, after military claiming to have arrested those that committed the, that committed the drama, those that acted the drama, after claiming to have arrested those who acted that very film, that very movie at Obikabia Junction, now they came back 2 weeks ago to tell us military raids IPOB enclaves, arrest bias of 5 soldiers in Abia. Arrest those that sent those soldiers to judgment in Abia State. And this happened 2 weeks ago. Look at it here. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. On the 13th of June, 2024, at exactly 3 p.m. This publication was made 13th June 2024, where they told us that they have apprehended those that sent those military officers to judgment in Obikabia Junction, Aba. And here we are today. Here we are today, telling us that they must go and apprehend. So who are the people that the Zoo Janjaweed claimed to have apprehended? Who are those people? Ike kwoguru. Obunika agwuro. Obunika agwuro. Chai! Alo Melundi Zoo. Alo Melundi Zoo. Propaganda can never win you this battle. There is no any possibility in the world that propaganda wins you a war. Not in this current age. It happened before, in the olden days. It happened before. And you know what? The British people are not aware that propaganda does no longer win wars. That is the reason why, excuse me, that is the reason why every little thing they keep on carrying propaganda till today. Even between Russia and Ukraine, Britain is still carrying propaganda till today. Every single thing is propaganda for them. And they have taught Fulani that same nonsense of propaganda. So now, Ima Ndi Igbo si na ọ na-abụ o nwere ife ndị Igbo kpọrọ onute ka dị osho. Ọ dị osho ka ọ dị ocho. Onute ka dị osho. Iburo dibia. You are not a native doctor, right? But you even prepare charm more than native doctors. That is what Fulani does. Imo kuko chumu, okuko chumu, ofunni, okuko chumu funni. The one is ya abuyobo, or in fact on adiaka or on werife priyanaro. Okuko chumu funni alabaya. That is Fulani for you. What they don't know, once they show them that small road, Pim, that is a typical black man for you. When they show you that small road, when they show you that small road, then you will do even more than the person that showed you the road. That is a typical black man for you. The British people taught Fulani propaganda, and now they're even carrying the propaganda more than the British, even against themselves. Forgotten that the world has moved on. The world is evolving each and every year. New things are coming up. Now we have technology. So it is very, very difficult. In fact, it is near impossible. It is near impossible to win a war with propaganda and Èkpá. Because of what? We now have technologies. Look at us, I'm here. I'm here now broadcasting. Within 1 hour, we already have over 1,300 people watching live and direct. Within 1 hour. And it is not going to end here. It's not going to end here. By the time you come back in the morning, you know how many people must have that must have seen this broadcast. So now they say, this was as they charge the Finnish government as well as the European Union. Oh my goodness. And another thing there when we went out, they call themselves professionals. That's another thing there when we were. Another thing there when we were. Is another thing there when we were. They call themselves professionals. How can you call yourself a professional and you are calling European Union to do what? European Union to do what? Let us hear what they ask European Union to do. They said to immediately activate measures leading to the repatriation of a fugitive. They call themselves professionals and they still call a citizen a fugitive. Hi, hello, Meli. Hi, Owana. Hi, Owadikwe Gumunnem. Owadikwe Gumunnem. Owadikwe Gumunnem. Hi, Chai, Owadikwe Gumunnem. Chai, why? Hey, sorry. Anyway, I will tell you the people that wrote this letter. I will tell you who wrote this letter. Just calm down. Let's continue. I will tell you who wrote the letter because I've done my findings. I have done my findings. Now they said this was as they charged the Finnish government as well as the European Union, EU, to immediately activate measures leading to the repatriation of a fugitive, Simon Èkpá, who has continued to denigrate the image and dignity of Nigeria. There is no dignity in the zoo. That name is already abomination. That very name is an abomination. Because as far as that name is concerned, the white people, the European Union you are talking to, understand the meaning of your name. They understand the meaning of your name. So you are telling them denigrating the dignity, the image and dignity of Nigeria when they know that your name is a nigger. You are just a set of niggers, found around a river called Niger. Yes. And remember that river is not, the original name is not Niger. Remember that? Because Niger or Niger is a foreign name. So there is a name. There's an original name called that very river, which we are going to we are not renaming. We are going to bring back the original name our fathers called that very river before the invasion of the British. So we are going to scrap that name because that water, that very river is is highly strategic for the Igbo land alone. Extremely strategic. That very water, River Niger, is highly strategic in the land of Igbo. So we cannot allow that name to continue. Once Biafra comes, we will change. We will bring back the original name. So they know. They already know. They know very well your name. They know the meaning of your name. They know that you are just a set of idiots, found around a particular river, and they called you niggers because they refer us as as niggers, as black people. So you are around black people who live around that very river. That the area around that that is what they called you, nigger area. Or they said that this area we have opened a company here, and there are people that live within that very company. So we don't know their name. So their name is niggers. So let us just call them nigger. This area belongs to the niggers. That is what you are. So they know very well who you are. So calling them and telling them somebody is denigrating your name and your image, you are sorry. You are not informed too. You are not informed too. Jonathan, good luck. Now they say the professionals convey their position in a statement signed on Wednesday by Prof. Chika Madumere, National President, Mazuche Ibokwe, National Secretary, Mazuchi Ibokwe, National Secretary, and Dr. Mrs. Chioma Madoka, Coordinator, Women Wing. While commenting ongoing kinetic and non-kinetic actions by Operation Udoka, the group, which comprises intellectuals, politicians, entrepreneurs, and other prominent indigenes, urge Southeasterners at home in the diaspora to support the military in order to root out criminal elements terrorizing the area. The statement reads, Southeast professionals condemn in totality the mindless sit-at-home order declared and enforced by members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and their militant arm, the Eastern Security Network, ESN. We regret to state that this development has continued to have negative effect on the socioeconomic and political lives of Southeast indigenes and residents who suffer losses each time the aberration happens. Each time the aberration happens. So, now, they said, as a people, we are known to be peaceful and hospitable, considering our entrepreneurial spirit, which makes us accommodating in every aspect. It is noteworthy that whatever IPOB members are agitating for may have lost its steam and essence against the backdrop of the fact that their brothers and sisters are the ones at the receiving end of their activities. Also deserving of our loud condemnation is the recent attack on troops at a checkpoint in Abia State, resulting in killing of at least 5 soldiers, whose only sin was the protection of lives and property of indigenes. As a result of this dastardly act and others across our states, we declare total support for Operation Udoka and urge the military to ensure that the enemies of Southeast are smoked out from wherever they may be hiding and dealt with appropriately. We also use this opportunity to appeal to the government of Finland and the European Union, EU, to repatriate the fugitive Simon Èkpá, who has continued to instigate violence from his hiding place while disparaging the Nigeria state. From his hiding place. Last time I checked, Mazi Simon Èkpá usually go outing. Even most of the times he take his son out, out for football or for swimming or for many things. He goes out in like every other normal human being. Now, without we are going to I told you I know the person who wrote this, right? I'm going to tell you who wrote it. Forget about these names you see here. Don't mind all these concocted, stupid, and idiotic names written here are all fake. I will tell you who wrote it. All these names you see here, where are those names? All these ones, all these useless names you see here, they are all fake. These are all fake names. I will tell you who wrote it. I will actually tell you the person who wrote this junk. Just be with us. Just bear with me. Now they say, meanwhile, the CSEPNND has has tasked political authorities in the zone, especially governors, federal and state lawmakers, and ministers, on the compelling need to support the military in its quest to restore peace and order across the Southeast geopolitical entity. The group also passed a vote of confidence in the military high command led by the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, General Christopher Gwabim Musa. Hi, Chinikimi. Oh, Diego. I will tell you who wrote it. Don't worry yourself. I will tell you the person in question who wrote this, and then I will tell you the gang of the Before I tell you the person who wrote it, I'm going to do something very, very important, very, very significant, as I usually do, so that can we keep for Tony Mafia? I basia for Tony Mafia. All right, let's continue. This is very, very interesting. This is becoming very, very, very interesting. They said, excuse me. All right, they said, the statement concluded thus: we are by this statement challenging our political office holders, especially governors, senators, members of House of Representatives, ministers, and House of Assembly members, to show more commitment to the fight against insecurity by providing funds and equipment to the military and other security agencies operating in their land. There is the urgent need for Southeast states to set up internal security platforms to complement the effort of the military and other security agencies. What about Ebubatono? What about the Anambra Vigilante group, Anambra Vigilante group, AVG, that Soludo is using to cause terror in Anambra State? What about that one? What about the Newi Vigilante group, Ifeanyoba's terrorist group? What about them? What about Forest Guard in Enugu State? What are they doing? What about the Deadman Squad? What are they doing? You still want to set up another one? The same people setting up armed groups, giving them compassion to commit crime in our land. The same group. You have met your Waterloo, Èkpá. You have met your Waterloo, Èkpá. Now they said, we will continue to sorry. Excuse me. They said, we will not conclude without commenting the untiring effort made by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tauri Labaja, Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ogala, and the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Abubakar Hassan, to defend Nigeria's sovereignty against violations. Nigeria's sovereignty. Oh, Guinea. I remember my sister. Where is my sister? Kedafa, my sister. Adade Olama Onyenkem. With Vam Fasino. Oh, Guinea. Mad people everywhere. Ndi Soji. Kedi Faimelo Ndi Soji. Now, when you read these things and when you go through this nonsense, you may say because they say they are from Southeast. Some people will be commenting. They say Igbos don't love themselves. Who told you that Igbos don't love themselves? Who told you that? You can never get a better, you know, a better tribe in the world today. You can never see any tribe in the world today that love themselves more than the Igbo tribe. I can assure you that. That is not why we are here now, but I can give you instances. That is the reason why wherever you go in the world today, Igbo people gather themselves in a certain area and do their normal businesses, their legitimate businesses. Yes. That is sign of love. That is sign of unity. That is sign of oneness. Igbos gather themselves in one particular area, you know, challenge each other, compete with each other to become best and better, to become better. Because without competition, you can never bring the best out of yourself. We love competition within ourselves. We love competition. And that competition is not envy. It depends on how you see it. Competition has nothing to do with envy. With competition, you can be able to bring the best out of yourself. So Igbos go to anywhere they go in the world, they gather themselves together. Let us use ordinary Lagos as an example. Where do you have Igbos in Lagos? You go to Alaba, they are Igbos. Go to Trade Fair, they are Igbos. They gather themselves together, they pamper each other, they rapport within themselves. Work together. Even though you go to Alaba, if you leave east today and travel to Lagos, go to Alaba with nothing, without anything, and you are focused. If you are focused, give yourself only 2 years. 2 years. If you don't own a shop, at least you own a counter. If you don't own a shop, after 2 years of hustling in Alaba, you must own a counter. At least ordinary counter, and you left with nothing. You left east with nothing. So don't buy that idea of Igbos don't love them. There's nothing like that. Absolutely nothing. Go to abroad, you see. Igbo people gather themselves in one place, do their businesses, challenge themselves, bring out the best in them. And that is the envy of other tribes, not just in the zoo, but other parts of Africa, or if not the world at large. Now, coming back to this junk, this is their name. They say this is their name here, right? Let us first of all copy their full name. Operating under the canopy of Coalition of Southeast Professionals Network in Nigeria and Diaspora. This is their name, their full name. Let us copy